Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Desert Squiddo, and we all welcome you to a smashing blast from the past. And we exactly present a Beanox or Beano recreation, much to, of course, Stephen Quires' dismay, though. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my playthrough of CTR, or Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Ladies and gentlemen, the remake of the 1999 classic PlayStation kart racing saga that features everybody's favourite Bandicoot. You can probably see Spyro there because he was added at a later time, but this was, of course, over the last two Grand Prix at the time of this Let's Play. This one is created as... This was all recorded throughout the last two Grand Prix seasons because, of course, a lot of things have been going on. But, of course, for now, we're going to be doing a the Adventure Mode playthrough of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. And we're going to do Nitro-Fueled on medium. If I can do it on easy, it's going to be too easy. But if I do it too hard, it's too hard. And the AI is a bit, you know, nuts on this compared to the original. But, of course, with that being said, I'm going to be doing everything. Well, minus the majority of the races, but as you probably can tell, let us begin!
Creatures of this planet, I come to compete.
So you pesky earth slugs like to race, eh? Well, I, Nitrous Oxide, am the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills.
It's a little game I call survival of the fastest. Here's the way we play.
I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins,
I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I will turn your entire globe into a
concrete parking lot and make you my minions. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
Oh dear, poor Crash seemed to have swallowed a butterfly. Oh, and we get to Aku Aku.
Welcome to the adventure area. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads which lead to races.
Yep.
When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive into a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track's starting line.
Okay.
Finish the track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will unlock. Good luck, and drive fast.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably can tell, we are on an Insanity Beach to start, and we are going to do, of course, the first 4 races. Now, for those who are not in the know, I will be skipping the majority of the
To access this track,
Oh, sorry
you
about
must
that.
first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies, you must race other open tracks and come in first place.
Exactly, that's what I'm supposed to do. Now, as you probably can tell, I'm not going to be doing the I am not going to do the majority of the relic races, aside from 2. I'm only going to be showing you 2 of the relic races, and of course, I'm only going to show you the trophy races, the CTR challenges, and of course the crystal challenges and the gem cups. Everything that matters in this playthrough. So first of all, let's go to Crash Cove to start. Okay, so of course loading times are very long. That's why I've managed to in this playthrough I've decided to cut them out for the sake of speeding up all the parts. So we are going to be starting off with with Crash Cove, the easiest cut track in the game. Okay, and we are off for the first track. Okay, so I've just managed to get a TNT out of my system. So in terms of the general gameplay, nothing much has changed. You got the core power sliding mechanic, which of course is easy to do. Well, in my honest opinion, I've mastered this core mechanic when I played the original version, and when I started playing with this game again, I got back to action again. Now, here's the thing, folks. I actually think that the tracks are exactly the same as they were, well, in the original version, but honestly, I am going to say this right now, I absolutely love this, you know. I absolutely think that this game is fantastic. The graphical presentation is so gorgeous, if you know what I mean. And the newer version of the soundtrack is actually, well made, but to be fairly honest, I prefer the old soundtrack, but we're going to be hearing the new soundtrack first, before we go into the old, back to the classic soundtrack, which is called the Legacy Music in the options menu. As you probably can tell in the individual parts, the reason why I'm playing this is because, well, I play the majority of this on the, weekends. Well, when I've done Oxide, I actually, of course, when the Halloween, well, here's the thing. Since the release of this game, there's a lot of things that changed. There's more content added in, like, say, newer characters, like the Trophy Girls, now alongside Torna, who are, of course, the Nitro Squad. We've got Spyro the Dragon characters, we've got Baby T, and we've even got Nina Cortex, Komodo Mo, and, of course, Embryo. But we got some new characters coming up in the next Grand Prix, which of course is coming up in a few days' time from the recording of this, parts commentary. And I will be able to show you some of the newer characters, Torna and the rest of the Nitro Squad. Well, unfortunately, that some of the Nitro Squad was unavailable to play in, of course, the adventure mode, as they were, of course, weren't available to play.
You can go faster through turns by power sliding. Press the power slide button while performing a hard turn.
Which, of course, you've seen me do, but I also do a straighter snaking, though, so that's done. So yeah, when the game was updated recently, the Nitro Squad were fully playable with all their skins, with no restrictions whatsoever. So, of course, another feature of this is, of course, unlockable skins for every character. Like in Crash Tag Team Racing, you can actually unlock additional skins, but this time round, instead of actually requiring, some of them have some requirements in order to unlock them, while others you need Whopper coins to unlock them, kind of like in Fortnite. And that's why playing online is count. Playing online actually gives you more coins though, but of course there's the weekend bonus, which goes on from Friday to Monday. But the reason why I play this, and unfortunately for some people who of course use this game as like a, kind of a scapegoat, they actually managed to, of course, use this game, basically, used the microtransactions as a deliberate attempt to get the game, more haters. I know I don't like to say that word, but unfortunately, sadly though, It wasn't Beanox's intention to do that. I think it was more the, you know, Activision's, you know, consideration on doing that. But at least, in terms of that, I don't think they, but I think Activision just wants, you know, the game to get more, you know, support in terms of content, so that we don't get bored of what we've already got. New tracks, new characters, new skins. That's what we want this game to have. A lot of replay value. And that's what matters the most, right? But at least, of course, but comparing them to, you know, Konami when they did, of course, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Survive really is extremely unfair comparing this game to Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Survive or Fortnite. By comparing them to them, even comparing them to Overwatch, basically is extremely unfair. I just think it's just yet another deliberate ploy to actually get the game hated. So those haters who hate this game now basically are on the level of Darkside Phil, who hates this game because he just couldn't play good at it. And that's what really irks me about Darkside. When Darkside Phil did his Let's Play, which I did a This Is How I Don't Play on, he absolutely really hated the game and he used it as a scapegoat, which really was absolutely, you know, really was horrible though, so yeah.
Congratulations.
But of course, we've got 2 races done, so 2 more to go.
To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the smoke from your exhaust turns black. Then press the power slide button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound and miss your chance for a boost.
So by ranting over, I still think CTR Nitro-Fueled is a fantastic game. In my opinion, it's one of the best remasters alongside Crash Insane Trilogy and Spy Reignited Trilogy, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. After what they did with Crash Insane Trilogy, they did a fantastic job using, of course, the same game engine that powered the Insane Trilogy up, which was, without doubt, one of the best things ever. But I'm going to be honest with you, I just think that Crash Team Racing is one of the best. It really needs some more, you know, CTR is a fantastic kart racer. I think it's better than Mario Kart, what it has. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's the best Mario Kart, but I think that, in my opinion, CTR did a much better job with getting more, you know, replayable content. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do love the online multiplayer, but unlike Crash Team Race Mario Kart, where it's more laid back, it's more intense. And sadly, though, recently have been like struggling to get good results because of, you know, elitists who deliberately ruin the game and, of course, spam missiles and warp hubs and clocks. Well, thank God the latter two is not the case, sadly, but they still, you know, throw bombs and spam missiles right into my face. And yet, when I try to tell everybody in a certain Facebook, you know, group, my post, I become a scapegoat for abuse on that page. And that's why I want to tell the admin that I feel like I've had enough. I just want people to understand that my bad luck comes from the fact that the elitists just don't, like, they just think I am a capable, competitive CTR online player, yet people just can't see my real true colors because the people who beat me up online just don't want me to showcase my true ability, sadly, which is without doubt very saddening, which is basically a sad thing. But anyway, but other than that, I think CTR Nitro-Fueled is an amazing remake of the original Crash Team Racing, and it's not only just a remake of Team Racing, it's a whole lot more added into it. So we have the Crash Nitro Kart, tracks and characters, and we even get newer characters in forms of content. We had, of course, a track based off the Egyptian and Arabian levels from Crash 3. We've also got the prehistoric one based on prehistoric times from Crash 3 again. We've got, well, based off the Dragon World from the original Spyro the Dragon, alongside Spyro the Dragon. And we've got a Halloween-based track based off Nina Cortex's Ordeal or Nightmares, which of course is very psychedelic. And we're getting a carnival-themed one next time. And we don't know what kind of theme that will be based off of. That we'll find out when we see it. So, of course, I'm actually looking forward to what the new content for the next 2 months is coming up with. And I'm really looking forward to the Christmas one as well. The only one I'm not really, looking forward to in the next Grand Prix is Koala Bloody Kong. I hate that character. He's my most hated character in the game because of his, well, based off his cheating antics in Crash Bash. I absolutely hated how the AI kept beating me up in that bloody game.
TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
I know that, Tuka Uka. I'm always like wanting to, of course, try and get that all done. Okay, so now we're off to our next, of course, the next character I'm gonna play as, and none other than Crash Test WGM Jin. Ooh, look at that. I do like Engine. To be fairly honest, I think he's got a good voice actor. Well, Corey Burt, and I'm going to be honest with you, voice acting wise, this game has some of the best voice acting in a Crash game, alongside the Insane Trilogy. We have Jess Harnell as Crash, we got Cortex, Lex Lang's Cortex, John D. Maggio voices Uka Uka and Tiny, Coco voiced by Debbie Derryberry. Then we've got Corey Burton, who voices, of course, none other than good old Engine, and we also get him to voice, and he even voiced both Oxide and Entropy. Misty Lee does both the two pets of both Bandicoots, Polar and Pura, and of course Misty Lee also does the voice acting for, of course, none other than what was it, Torna, Bandicoot, Crash's girlfriend. And to be fairly honest, some people who think is Torna with Pinstripe? No, of course not. Without doubt, that was basic. I think that kind of lore from the Japanese manga was a bit of a lie. Too much of a lie. I think, to be fairly honest, I would think that Torna would never leave poor old Crash for a stupid elitist gangster like Pinstripe. Even though I will say that I'd rather play Pinstripe than bloody Koala Kong. I feel Pinstripe has a better lore though, but we'll see what his voice acting is, and I can see if history repeats itself with, of course, people who use him. I've seen a lot of people use, of course, Nina Cortex cheating with entropy players, or of course using, of course, heavyweight characters to, or speed characters to, just to win. But hopefully in the future we'll get some more balancing issues fixed, and possibly even some server issues fixed as well. Hopefully we'll have a better server connection sooner or later, because we're having a lot of issues with the server. And speaking of which, the online servers are basically peer-to-peer rather than, of course, dedicated servers. Instead of that, to be very honest, this was a problem I had with Splatoon, is that peer-to-peer was a real problem with me getting good match quality, and I kept, getting disconnected deliberately, and I kept, losing a lot of, matches because of it. And this is the same problem here with Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. I just can't, get good matches. But hopefully, Beanox actually does fix it sooner than later. Some people might think they're not doing a good job. Well, they are. Just give them the chance, folks. It's just, this is why some people are so ungrateful nowadays. Oh, boss time? Uh-oh. Oh my god, it's Ripperoo. What is he doing here? That crazy kangaroo dog-like character. I am crazy enough to race you. Oh, it is on. It is on, boy. But first of all, I'm going to change to Scuba Crash again, back to Scuba Crash again, because of course I know he's going to do that. Because I know Crash Bandicoot will definitely have a good chance of getting rid of Peru. Okay, so of course, once you got all 4 of the trophies in each area, you can challenge that area's boss for a key. A boss key, which allows you to advance through the adventure mode. However, unlike the original base game, once you defeat the character, you actually unlock him. You actually unlock that character. They're the only characters that do not show up, and they and Fake Crash are the only ones to be unlocked. Are the only ones to be unlocked in the adventure arena. They are not available on the pit stop shop. You have to, of course. You'll have to beat them in order to unlock them. Well, the 4 bosses. As for Fake Crash, you have to get the purple gem cup with the purple gem cup like the original game. The other characters like Penta Penguin is only unlockable by cheat, which is the only character you can actually legitimately unlock. If you try to unlock the other characters, they will lock all your that will lock everything unless you actually deactivate the cheat. And as for Dr. Entropy, you have to beat all of his time trials. You have to beat all of his time trials in every race. And I mean it, every race. You have to beat him in his ghost in not only the CTR tracks, but also these Crash Nitro Kart tracks, unlike the last game. Sadly, though, and that was a hard feat to do, to defeat him, especially with tracks like Tiny Temple, which has the most strict time ever. But of course, that was easy. That was a very easy one to get rid of. So now that's that done. Oh, what are you doing? What the hell? Oh, that's disgusting! Honestly, that was just sickening to have a key inside your guts.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
Alright, so let's get on to the next area. Alright, so now that we've done Insanity Beach, we can now get on with the next area. Not Gemstone Valley, because of course, unfortunately, we have to get relics and of course the CTR tokens in order, and of course all 4 boss keys to get to Oxide. We have to get the CTR tokens to unlock the gem cups. And of course, we also need the relics. Oh, look at that hologram of Oxide. What is he doing there? All right, we're off to our next area, which is the Lost Ruins.
This is the load save screen. There are 5 of these screens, 1 in each world section. When you want to load or save a game, go to one of these screens. To access it, drive up to the screen and follow the directions. Okay,
so with that being said, however, let's save it. Of course, I'm going to go to each save load screen every time we want to save a progress. So, okay, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time for when I'm going to do the Lost Ruins area of the adventure mode. So, with that being said, however, folks, I'll see you guys for the next part, and of course, I'll see you guys next time. So, see you in part 2.